Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first of many little podcasts. I'm sure there's a description somewhere describing the details of this podcast. But in case you are living under a goddamn rock or circumstances have changed since we recorded this podcast 2 weeks ago.
Or circumcisions have changed as well.
Yeah, if you've lost the skin of your dick in the last 2 weeks, that's fine.
How would circumcisions change, Mark? And how would that be relevant?
Well, because then that's a reason why you would be distracted and maybe you haven't heard.
I would argue that if you've just had the skin of your dick removed, not much else is relevant.
I would agree 100% with that, Broden. I need to be so clear that I 110% agree with you on that. I believe that adult circumcision would distract you from a trailer.
All of a sudden, I'm
that's
like,
all I'm saying.
All I'm saying
Speak.
is all of us. I get the skin of my dick removed. I'm 31. Hurts. All of a sudden, COVID numbers don't bother me for a week or two.
Yeah.
So I need to be so clear here, everyone. I need to be so clear here on where my issue lies, because I don't want you, Broden, thinking I'm disagreeing with you. My issue is not with adult circumcision. I believe that if one were to get circumcised as an adult, that's a very big procedure. The skin on the head of your dick, as adult or as an adult. My issue is with Mark Bonanno saying that circumcisions, the way one does a circumcision, the medical or religious or cultural procedure of a circumcision, that process has maybe changed in the last 2 weeks. If that is the case, unless you are a rabbi or a circumcision doctor, I don't think that's going to distract you from our trailer.
Well, that's not what I meant. I was just doing a very clever pun. If you would have been,
it's not clever if it doesn't work, Mark.
No, it was very clever. You said your circumstances have changed, and I said your circumcisions have changed. So
I'm so mad at
you. Now my circumcision has not changed because I do not have one. If I were to get a circumcision,
you got to be careful about putting this information out there, Mark, because there is actually a website that logs this shit.
Well, everyone knows that. I've spoken many times about my short force.
But maybe they've missed it till now.
Maybe. Well, if it is out there and you want to put my foreskin status online, more than happy for that to happen. I don't mind that information being out there because my circumcision has not changed.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. At the top of this podcast, boys,
Zach is
we agreed that I would
1950s cartoon character.
We agreed that I would try and convey the information of the nature of this podcast to our fans, and you, the two of you, would support me. I thought you meant support me with conveying the information, not with the gags.
What a way to run a railroad.
Well, let's talk about the trailer, Zach.
I don't have to.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't know where I was. Where was I? I was saying, you've watched the trailer last night. If you haven't watched the trailer,
and then you said something about
wherever it is available. I believe it's available on our channel.
I'll get it up now. I'll play it.
Broden, we record. Oh my God!
Broden, I wouldn't do
I'm
that.
working with a pack of doofuses.
I wouldn't do that, Broden. That's nasty.
Broden, the podcast isn't out yet. We recorded this 2 weeks before it's coming out.
Yeah, but we have it. For anyone, this is the audio of it. For anyone who hasn't seen the trailer yet, you're going to have the joy of hearing the audio for the first time now. Okay. And then we'll talk through it.
I would encourage you to go and watch it. There's a visual component to the trailer.
Oh, the visual important is the visual element is so important to the understanding of what the trailer is.
The visual important is element.
The visual important is element. The visual important is element. It's very early for Mark Banana.
My big worry is that as a marketing tool to promote our 6-part Netflix TV series, which we're so excited about, is that if you just play, Broden, for them sort of the audio of a rough cut out of your phone into a microphone, it won't create that sense of thrill and excitement that trailer is meant to create.
For you, I would let our audience decide. Okay?
Is
that fair?
That is fair. Before you do, I have something I need to say. Quite often on this podcast, we're recording in the mornings. I've gotten out of bed. My tummy's a little haphazard. I'm letting out little farts. Now, every time I'm doing a little fart, every time I do a little fart, I check over to my recording program, Audacity, to see if it's registered. because sometimes it'll make, you'll see the little blip go up.
Absolutely not.
Now, what I want to know is, am I the only one doing that? Or is that like one of those universal things that everyone's doing, and then I discover, I'm not the only one? Or am I the only one who's just letting out my farts, freewheeling, and then checking the Audacity to see if it's registered?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's embarrassing. Now I'm embarrassed.
You are the only one. And not only are you the only one checking the Audacity, you're the only one then talking about it on the pod.
Okay, all right. Well, that was clear.
I'm checking the GarageBand for my farts. Can you
play the trailer?
Can you play the trailer?
Play the trailer.
Yes, but can I, while you play the trailer...
It's very exciting.
You can do no but. That's a little more advanced.
No but you just said yes but, so I don't know what the fuck that is.
Okay,
what the fuck is
and...
that?
Well, the but was so I could ask a question, get permission, but now I'll do it as, yes, and I will talk over it.
But.
All right. So for those who haven't seen the trailer and you're wanting to hear the audio through a phone into a microphone for the first time, here is the trailer for the Netflix original series, Aunty Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun.
Aunty Donna's.
Aunty Donna's Big Ol' House.
And Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun, here come.
Again, not the best way to be experiencing the trailer.
Here it is.
Big Ol' House.
For anyone who's ever wondered what toys do.
Oh, this is funny. This is a good bit.
Hey, everybody. It's showtime.
Walt Disney Pictures invites you into a world where toys come to life.
Wow, cool. Let's go to my room, guys.
Reveler, Andy is coming upstairs.
Amazing.
This is Small Soldiers, I believe.
Hurry. Just see my hand.
All right, Mark, come on. Are you serious? You serious, Mark? Come on, man. Come on.
Wait, the space. This is where the spaceship lands.
Woody, the veteran. Draw. Oh, got me again. Buzz, the rookie.
Have you been replaced?
No one's getting replaced.
Excuse me. Lightyear to the rescue. Oh, okay.
That's just a little snippet.
We don't want to play the whole thing for you.
If you want to see the whole thing, go to classic movie trailers on YouTube.
I think you go to netflix.com/trailers.
Well, here's the option. There's a couple of options available to you if you want to watch this trailer. As far as my understanding is, you can go to Netflix as a joke on YouTube. I believe you can go to our YouTube, although that hasn't been like 100% confirmed. I think the best place is in-app. Go to Netflix, search for our name.
In-app.
Hit remind me. Hit the little remind me thing so you know exactly the moment it comes, and then watch the trailer. After you watch that trailer in-app, and that's going to give you the biggest thrill.
Do it in-app.
Is the in-app trailer experience.
Now,
that's where I would say, even if you've watched it elsewhere, I would say as a trailer aficionado, you got to watch it in-app.
Yeah.
You got to watch it in-app.
I would say that as a trailer affogato, I would also say watch it in-app, but get yourself some nice vanilla ice cream.
And some Violet Crumble.
Yeah, well, I don't know about the Violet Crumble. I've never heard of that. Now, the reason we don't sound excited at all about the trailer releasing is because not only is this the 7th of the 11 podcasts we're recording.
Wait a
Well,
minute.
Mark, I haven't told them what we're doing yet. I haven't actually gotten to that part.
Oh, right, because we have spoken about this, but we've spoken about this on podcasts that we've already recorded that are
Previously.
coming out after this. But also, when you've had to watch 7 different versions of the same trailer, by the time you get to the end of that process, you can't really tell what's changed. I watched it again the other night, and I was like, is it different? I don't know. And
So
I don't know if it's made any difference.
I do have some concerns. I do have some concerns about this, the first of 11 podcasts. So this is what we're going to do. As a
Sorry.
thank you
Good
to
to
the Aunty Donna
introduce.
Club, we could never have made a Netflix show without you. We never would have gotten there.
It's true.
It was when the club was the Patreon that got us over to America. In many ways, it's so much. It's how we could develop the pitch. We could not have made this show without the Aunty Donna Club or its predecessor, Aunty Donna Patreon. And as a celebration, as a thank you, we're going to up the amount of podcasts. It's no longer 2 a month. We're going to be doing 1 podcast a week for the next 10 weeks. 1 podcast a week for the next 10 weeks, deep diving, talking about the Netflix show that we've been keeping secret for a very long time.
Too long.
That we are so excited about. Unfortunately, as Mark said, we've been recording out of order. So there is one podcast somewhere in the middle where Mark talks excitedly about how excited he is to talk about the podcast.
It's true.
I did make a slip up in not recording this one first because I thought Mark would be able to fake it when we got to recording this one. But somewhere in the middle, in about 4 weeks, you're going to have Mark going, it's such an exciting opportunity to finally talk about the Netflix show. So we've recorded 1 a week. We're banking them. Also, we're in lockdown, so we're all very depressed, but we're so excited about this show. We're so thrilled, and that's why we're going to be doing a podcast every week for the next 10 weeks. You'll meet characters from the show that you haven't even met yet. For deeper dives, we'll talk to people behind the scenes. We'll about halfway through say a lot of the things we should have said in this podcast because we decided to record out of order.
But we've been sitting on this for, correct me if I'm wrong, but over 2 years, right? Or is it
So,
So here we go.
it has been finished since like March, pretty much.
Yeah.
So what's it now? Like that's like what? Not it was 7 months or something.
Yeah.
March, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, like 7 months. And then before that, we finished shooting it in December of 2019. So that that's a long time as well. We started writing it in like September, August, September of 2019. Right. Before that, we were told that we were going to get this show, that we'd been given this show in August of 2018. So before we could even start writing it, we were told that we'd gotten the show and had to sit around and not tell anyone about it for a year. A year, goddammit. So if you ever saw us, we were like, oh, we've got nothing going on. And we shot Glen Ridge knowing that we had this show. We went on the album tour where we went around with everyone and did live shows. We did a whole Glen Ridge tour. We did 2 Glen Ridge tours. No, wait, 1 Glen Ridge tour.
One.
Wait, can I just, Broden, correct me if I'm wrong. Are you sure you've got the dates right? Because I thought we started rehearsals on this show in sort of in the first half of 2009, didn't we?
I think, no. So, Zach, you've confused our first Netflix show with
An actor prepared.
the second year production at acting school that Zach and my class performed, which was an adaptation of the Stanislavski book, An Actor Prepares, into a play.
Funny.
It can be so hard to remember what's what sometimes.
Yeah,
Funny
yeah.
that you bring that up.
Exact order of things, yeah. Mark,
Funny that you bring that up. Now, I saw that play. I was in, I wasn't even in No, I was in first year. No, when you did Actor Prepares when you were in first year, didn't you?
No,
we did
no,
do
that is a second year production.
Fuck, what did you
Funny
do when
that
you
a
were in
gag
first
of
year?
not quite remembering the details has evolved into what often happens when we do these things, which is a
that's-
real when the order was.
I'm getting it confused with because there was another show that you did when you were in first year, your end of year show. When you were in
Semyon
first
Semyonovich.
year.
I can't remember. That was the one I was
Suicide by
going to do.
Nikolai
a
Erdogan.
joke about.
The suicide. I was thinking of that. I got the two confused because they were both in the same black box theatre and had the same seating arrangement. So that's why I got a little confused. And I was going to say that's very interesting that you bring that up because what I remember from the suicide, although it wasn't the Actor Prepares, was when I went to see it. Mm-hmm. The lead actor was Spencer Scholes.
Yeah, right.
Now, Spencer Scholes is a friend of ours from acting school who we know
He's
and
in the
love.
Netflix show.
He is not only is he in the Netflix show, he's in the trailer. Somehow the image we borrowed a headshot of him. We borrowed a headshot of him. We haven't told him what it's for, right? And we've put it in the Netflix show, and we're like, this is going to be a really great surprise, not only for Spencer Scholes, but for everyone we went to uni with, who's probably going to watch the show, at least out of morbid curiosity, or at least to be like, oh, fucking see if they're as good as everyone fucking says they are. No,
Our ensemble was much more supporting. Than
everyone's
yours,
very
Mark.
supportive. Everyone's very supportive. There's an image of a person we went to school with who was still great friends with Spencer Scholes, and somehow it also made it into the trailer, which just excited me so much. It excited me so much that that's going to come out. He still doesn't know what we've used this headshot for, and it's going to be in. Pardon?
We've used it for libel.
For libel.
We've used
Not
it for
not for libel, but
we've been libelous to our friend.
he can sue us for and I hope he's not a club member because he could sue us for millions.
He could.
He could really take us to the cleaners.
Which would be nice because I've got some stuff that I need pressed.
Mark, I don't think he means a cleaning shop. I think he means the Supreme Court of Melbourne.
Oh, right. Sorry, my mistake.
You doofus. All rise. All rise. For the case of Spenny versus Aunty Donna. Your opening statements, please,
He's actually doing
Spenny.
a judge character now.
It's very good, Zach.
All
But yeah, so-
rise.
Judge, if I can have the floor for a moment.
You may have the floor for your opening statement.
Yeah, I'm not doing that, but I want you to stay. So I'm just saying,
Very good.
yeah.
Very good.
Hey guys, enjoy the 11 weeks of talking about this show. We haven't been able to talk about it for 2 months, except one time when we were doing a meet and greet at VidCon. I've always remembered this. It was in the first year we weren't allowed to talk about it. We had a line of 150 people doing a meet and greet with us. And most of them weren't fans. It's just the way VidCon works is people have to get photos with you who don't even know who you are. Anyway, one girl came up and we got a photo with her. And we just, I think Mark and I were just like, hey, we got a Netflix show. And she was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's coming out. It's called, it's going to be us living in a house. It was 18 months ago.
We just fucking lost it. We were just like, fuck it. We're gonna fuck out of this shittest time at VidCon.
And look what happened. That leaked.
Well,
and they
no,
cancelled the show.
Well, that
so
wasn't
I
the-
was right.
Well, let's talk about the other leak. Let's talk about one of the other leaks that was very funny. So on the Gledridge graduation party tour,
No, let's not talk about it.
yeah, we're talking about that, you fucking dog. We're talking about that. So we so the whole when we did the first Glenridge tour, we were in our school uniforms, and then when we did the graduation tour, the idea was to get the school uniforms and write on them as if you do, on muck up day when everyone signs your shirt, that kind of thing. You keep it, nice little piece of memorabilia of your shit time at high school. And Broden, in all his wisdom, had written, "We have a Netflix show" on the bottom of his shirt. And we were all like, oh. And he was
back.
no one will notice. No one will notice. It'll be fine.
We were just about to walk on stage, so we tried to just keep the vibes up. We're like, okay, yeah, well.
Was it after the
fine.
first show? Was it one show that we did?
Yeah.
We did
Was it the
one
Melbourne?
show.
Yes,
it was the
yeah,
Melbourne
yeah,
show.
yeah.
No,
we
it wasn't
did,
Melbourne.
We did one show. We did one show. And then the next
immediately,
day,
yeah.
the next day on Reddit, there's a post.
I think it was that night.
It was that night. It was that night. It was that night. someone had done a Reddit post that said, just saw on Broden's t-shirt said, we have a Netflix show, question mark.
If you Google Aunty Donna Netflix, it's still the second thing that comes up. Even though it was deleted, it's still in the Google search.
And
nothing says it was the most conspiracy theory ever as well, though, because like
it was mad because there was no photo. Thankfully, there was no photo.
Yeah, it was like 5 minutes up, and then like I don't know who the person was.
I deleted it. I went through it.
Yeah, but like
no,
I don't
you
know.
messaged, didn't you?
It was. This is what I'm saying. Is like the conspiracy. It was like pulled immediately, and then just like she like got like 8 comments. Go ha ha, so funny. No, it was just a joke and just some light jovial play. But thanks for your post. But it is now removed. Like the most like clearly conspiracy theory response.
We went full government. We went full like
very
Area
funny.
51.
I've removed this. It's just a jovial joke. And all the best
More of
to
a
you.
joke about our failed Stan pilot, an in-joke amongst friends. A great point you've made there.
However, your post has been removed, and nothing of that
if you speak
nature
about
will
this
be
again,
allowed.
you will go to court. And
We'll be taking you to the Supreme Court.
And then the
all
third
rise, all rise.
Oh, then
for
there was
the
a
case
third
of
leak.
Aunty Donna versus Reddit person.
And then like 3 months ago, Netflix just put up on Netflix just Aunty Donna's Big Old House of Fun.
If you searched Aunty Donna on Netflix,
It just came up.
It would come up. None of the artwork, none of any of that, but just the fact that it was going to be on the platform came up.
It's because they have to do a lot of work building the back end for the algorithm.
They do have to
They're
do
going to
a
do a
lot
lot of work on the back end.
On the back end, it was people working on the back end that made a mistake. They clicked the wrong thing. But I think to this day,
You can Google it. But
this
it'll be
day,
too late
which
now.
is a week before
If you Google it
the
now,
trailer comes out.
as you listen, what will come up is the trailer. But if you're watching the trailer on YouTube or Facebook or IGTV, that's like
my God.
drinking an affogato with violet crumble in it.
It's
You wanna go
finally
back to the
finally
source.
gone.
Is it?
Hold on. Well, I searched on Bing. Let me search on Google.
You need a real search engine. No, that's horrible. Poor Bing.
Let me search on Google.
What do you search for? Aunty Donna Netflix?
Yeah, that's what's always come up whenever you've searched it. Well, the first thing, it's all still there. The first thing that comes up is the Reddit post, and then all the. Wow, Bing's really. If everyone was using Bing, this never would have been a problem. Is what I've realised today. Anyway,
I'm more interested in what comes up fourth, which is, what is it? Season 2 of Chef's Table is on Netflix. And
Well, that's very
great.
exciting.
That's probably. Do you know?
it's
what?
my favourite show ever.
Is that on Bing?
It's probably Chef. That's probably what's happened there is the Chef Matthias sketch. There's probably Netflix in the description of that sketch. Those words have combined together and the Google algorithm's gone, Chef?
It's a photo you've taken of yourself watching it.
Broden.
Oh, okay. It's me watching Chef.
And you
Yeah,
said season 2 of Chef's Table is on Netflix. This is my favourite show ever.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes a lot more sense than my algorithm-based theory.
Broden, I
Yes,
would
Mark.
love to read your comment that you left on the We Have a Netflix Show Reddit post, if I may.
Please.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So we have a Netflix show, question mark, is the thing, and then it's been removed. But the first comment is from not Broden Kelly, who's actually Broden Kelly. Lol, no, we wish. Sorry, it was just a silly t-shirt joke.
Very
Nothing
sweet.
says conspiracy theory like lol.
And then the person who posted it wrote, unless this comment is misdirection, which is my favourite kind of humour. Unless this comment is misdirection, this is my favourite kind of humour. Very funny stuff.
It is a good type of humour. And that's episode 1, The Return of the Phantom.
Have we said everything we need to say?
Yes.
Just that
We're
it's
gonna do
fucking
10.
sick.
We're less depressed in the later ones because we're less in ISO. What else? We're super excited. What did you say, Mark? Sorry, man.
Just that it's sick. Just that it is. I know I already say this other time at a different time, but it's so great to be able to just fucking talk about this shit
Oh,
now.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to hear what people think and stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah, and like you said, Zach,
You're
it's
allowed to
it
do it,
literally it would have been an impossible task to get here without Patreon. So especially those people who've been with us and supporting us from the start.
Just clarify that. Sorry, Mark. Can I just clarify? People who support our Patreon.
But not just Patreon in
If
general.
you're supporting Jenny Nicholson,
Not-
that's buying a lot of plushes
Yeah.
and stuff. But
Yeah.
Or like
And-
lots of people, if you're supporting another Patreon, that's good for them, but that doesn't help us.
if you're supporting
not at all.
Jordan Peterson, he's a nasty guy.
He's really not cool. He eats only beef.
So yeah, without the support, but also like since we've rebranded to the Aunty Donna Club, hope you like our pods. There's funny ones, there's serious ones. We're banking them all. So if something like happens where like one video goes really well, or we get cancelled, or like there's another pandemic, and like in like 8 weeks, I just want to say this in advance that we're banking them right now, because if in 8 weeks we're like, so this sketch, we've got this character from this sketch, and everyone's like, oh my god, there was a second pandemic and you're talking about this. That's why. Just so you know.
That's why.
I don't know why you have to be all Jerry Seinfeld about it,
What?
but that's why. Oh my god! Anyway, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Let's bring the judge back.
Well, hear ye, and so concludes the case of Spenny versus Aunty Donna. There will be a small recess, and then we shall decide if the penalty will be death.
Just tell us now.
It's sort of like a little. Yes, you're all to be put
Fuck.
to death.
All right.
But there's a lot of appeals. There's a lot of opportunities for appeal.
Guys,
it's a
Dan Andrews is on TV.
All right. Well, let's go watch that.
Dan Andrews.
Bye, everyone. Remember, watch the trailer.
Fuck. If we had
And
as much
in-app
TV
is
time as
best.
Dan Andrews.
Oh, yeah. Should we mention that we have a Netflix show?
Oh, you have gotta be kidding me. And Finn there and stop.
I've stopped.